Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. Why am I revealing some of the secrets of today? Let me hide this first. My name is Zadie Chris from Srtv, London. This is Wake Up Nigeria. For those of you that have been following us, this is the show where we take a look at some of the current happenings in the nation. Today, we have a lot in stock for you. And a lot. While we are trying to see whether everything is up and running properly, I'll be asking some few questions on but today's topic really, I picked in a very, very sensitive topic, which is where we're going to end up. I want us to talk about the economics of football and what we should be doing as a nation. Focus on you today, Minister of Sports. But ahead of that, a lot of things are in the news. A lot of things are in the news, and they are quite important. So first, let's talk about what President Tinubu has done. Baba Tinubu, few days ago, I don't know how long it is now, released a sum of 573 billion, which was said to be fund and loan, meant for palliative, but tied to some certain project. See, he said, this money, Tinubu told us that the money were given to the state as palliatives. Now, the Nasarawa state governor yesterday came on national television and said it was not meant for palliative. It's not money that is tied to a particular project. But Nigerians are yet to know which particular project that is being tied to. And we have that debate between this man and Falana, and saying Falana had a beautiful argument with him yesterday. And this is now trending, and it's the top news. Now, if the president tells us that, oh, this money is for palliatives, then we'll be asking, where are the palliatives? Children are on the street, they are protesting. Now, Nasarawa state government has debunked the news. Oh, it's not for palliative, it's for tied to a particular project. What are the projects? Apparently, this is a loan that we're going to pay back at some point. This is serious. President Tinubu will answer us. You know, these are some of the things we're saying. Baba, you will answer us. The days where people just take things and keep quiet is over. This is the time where we ask beautiful questions. It's okay to have the 575 billion. Like I always believe, it's okay for the country to take a loan. But the loan must be used for something that can be productive. And I always call it, nobody takes loan. No bank. I don't even know why the bank is, the World Bank or whatever, why they keep giving out this loan. How can, for a bank to give you loan in Nigeria, they will ask you what you want to do with it. They will make sure that you can pay back. You don't give loan to people who cannot pay back. And that seems to be the story of the Nigerian state. And it's sad. Anyway, the government, they always going to say they have oil. The World Bank knows they're going to get their money back from oil, so they don't care. And that is sad. And it boils down to only one problem we have. I'm happy. I only want to thank Falana for doing this for the nation. Other than Falana, and we have a couple of you guys out there, but we really I want to keep encouraging and want to keep begging Falana to continue to hold the government accountable. And in one of the headlines today, which is quite good, I said democracy is slowly coming to Nigeria. We found out that the office of the labor has been torn down. I don't like labor anymore, but that is not to say you got the right to go there and bomb the place down. I'm happy Tinubu, Atiku has come to condemn it, Obi has come to condemn it, and that is what we call democracy. Now, Tinubu knows that people are on his neck. Anything he does, Obi will say something. You see, that is what we're saying. Because these people, they are presidential candidates. They lead a particular section of the country. You cannot just take us to you can't just do what you want anymore. People will talk, and we need the volume from these two people, and I'm happy Atiko is getting up. I said it before, and now they are talking. It's like you guys are listening. Atiko is now airing something. Obi is saying something, and this is beautiful. It's really beautiful, very, very beautiful. And we pray that this continue, because this is the way to go as a nation. This is the way democracy runs. And I'm getting excited to see all this happening. Well, we'll be taking a look at that closely, and I hope that we'll all get to the end of it. There's something I really want to talk about, which is about our revenue allocation. Because at the end of the day, what Nigerians have done, what Nigeria have done, and what we still continue to do is still focus on this revenue allocation. And I really want us to take a look at this again. You see, until the Nigerian economy change from this allocation into something else, until we borrow money that we don't share, if we borrow money for business, that is why. I mean, if you please let's treat Nigeria as our own. President Tinubu, if this is your own business, will you go and borrow this money to feed? You borrow money to invest. That is what I understand. I don't know. I cannot imagine why we keep doing this to ourselves. And it has to stop. It must stop. And these are some of the things we'll be talking about. And I've been talking about it, and I know I will ring it like a bell today. Like I said today, I'm going to look into the world of football and what it means for Nigeria. Don't forget, the Olympics is around the corner. Nigeria is yet to have a medal. They've not a gold, not a bronze. We're yet. I think Toby will give us something, and we're looking at SA to help us with one to put us on the map. We cannot be. We are the biggest black nation on earth. And actually, to take a look at that table, it is quite pathetic for African nations. Only Uganda got gold. Of course, they have one single person who's doing one thing, that's it. I think South Africa got about 3 medals, about 4 medals already. And I think Egypt got 1. The rest of us now 0. And the question we ask ourselves is, what can sport do for us? I'm reserving that later as we move into the show. But perhaps today is a day to look at what Oboriwori is doing in Delta State. Because I'm from the state, sometimes I get emotional when it comes to what is happening there. Apparently, Governor Oboriwori have approved the construction of primary school, secondary school, and healthcare center in Okoma community. And of course, when you do that, you have to shake hands with the kings. Well, I have nothing against this. I'm supporting this. I said, this is what we're expecting, but perhaps it's coming a little bit late, but it's better late than never. Let us believe that whatever you approve, see, as we're talking, it's still approved, not in action. That's scary. But let us hope that the contractors, you guys are very bad. You are the most wicked arms of the whole thing as well. You get this contract now. You go and build a classroom. I wonder if Okwama community need only one primary school and one secondary school, but whatever it is. But this is an evidence of the devastation of what the military have done to a community. In fact, they turned the place to robots, and that's what we're rebuilding. And you talk about human rights in Nigeria, you talk about democracy. President Tinubu, are these people not your... President Tinubu have a way of demonizing people. Anything you do, you are demonic, you are this, so let's kill all of them. The way you are now attacking the young people. Well, we hope that... I don't want to really spend much time on this because I'm not a big fan of Oboriwori, but who am I to say this today? I am impressed with this. Oboriwori, the people in the hospital very close to you, they are still waiting for you. And I hope you're going to attend to that immediately. Otherwise, I'm going to personally take it on you. But it's not time yet for us to look at that. I'm still giving you the next 1 week to act. Well, like I said, today is really going to look at this man. His name is John Eno. Like Alabama, I like the name. John, hallelujah. Today I get problem with you. We get wahala, bros. You come here. The former minister of sport, he looks very serious. You be joker. Your smile too much. This is not time to smile. It's time to work. Sir, it is time to work. I don't even want to listen to your comment about what is going on in the Olympics. I heard the abuse on how the poor girls that are now representing us. We really want to thank the athletes because it's not easy to represent Nigeria. Oh, the most difficult thing you want to do on earth is to represent that country called Nigeria in anything they do. So we want to commend those who are there now. We are proud of you and we're grateful. We're grateful for putting out a good image. The thing I want to say is, you're not doing it for this government. You're doing it for us. We're great people. So when you carry that flag, ignore the federal government of Nigeria. Think of all the Nigerians, wherever they are, supporting you, happy with you. I saw the spirit of one Nigeria at the cafe when we played the last Nations Cup. That is what we want to see. And we are behind our sportsmen. But like I said today, I'm not looking at sport for the fun of it. I'm looking at the economy of sport. So today, it's not going to be business as usual. Where I really didn't want to spend much time on that anymore. But I want us to look at the most important thing, the topic of today, the economics of football. So I want to leave Olympics and come back very close to the economics of football, and it's a very very sweet topic. I use this image. I'm going to bring it back home. Let's talk about the economics of football. And I have your minister. You saw his face, that fine man, when they smile, like say it's in-law thing. You see your in-law thing when they smile for photo like that. But let's talk about this. These guys are jokers. Just the way President Tinubu is now, and the state governors are now playing with us. How they going to spend 570 billion? Let me quickly put one thing on the perspective. I don't think we need that, but I'm sure you guys know how the state and the federal government share our money. The states, I'm coming to you guys tomorrow. I'm going to focus on you people tomorrow. The revenue sharing, I'm going to focus on the state tomorrow. But let's look at the economics of football today. My people, the English Premier League in 2022 to 2023, they recorded £6 billion. 6 billion pounds revenue. Might be waiting the end. I'm not talking of the entire sport, the premiership. Waiting now, my people. On the contrary, the top news from the Nigerian Ministry of Sports, with its leadership, I'm quoting leadership newspaper, the sport ministry spent 1.4 billion on refreshment. No, they didn't make the money. Yesterday, what did I talk about? I was talking about a very important and annoying issue. You guys earn some lottery money, but even lottery money cannot do this. So it's only a manna that can fall from heaven, the way it is. You have not earned a penny, ministry. You're spending this whopping amount of money on refreshment. When I ask me now, do you know that the federal government have never looked at whether the Ministry of Sport can actually make the money? Whether there's any income even coming from that ministry, whether it's small, the funniest thing, the whole permanent secretary and all the ministers, this is where they become very rich. Because all the money the ministry will generate, just small things, it's not enough for federal government anyway. They have the manna falling from heaven. So why would they want to look at this? This is why we are where we are. It's not that Tinubu is wicked. It's not that the Nigerian cannot make money or Nigeria is not making money. The truth is, we are relying on one thing, manna. We know the way when they go to church every Sunday. Oh, may God provide for us today in Jesus' name. Yeah, you gotta, that's exactly what you see. Why did God give you hand? God created on his evening, gave us hand, gave us leg. He gave us knowledge to go and do things so that we can feed ourselves. He didn't need to bring manna from heaven. If God was going to bring manna from heaven, there's no need to have hands to walk. We will sit down somewhere, God will feed us. So God gave you hands to just put things in your mouth. No, God said use this hand to multiply the earth. And you sit down and you wait for God for the same, only the manna that God has created in your land. In fact, some of them, we are not even tapping on it. Oil was not even discovered by us. Today, oil is not even run by us. The people running oil are foreign companies. They go there, they take the oil away, they sell it back to us. That is the only thing we rely on as a people. I am so disappointed. That's why on today's topic, I picked on this difficult topic. I know nobody wants to say it, which I say is the economics of football. Now, if the English Premiership can earn 6.1 billion pounds, and what we do, our ministry, not that they earn anything, no, they could be so reckless to spend 1.4 billion on entertainment. Not even entertainment, refreshment. Meaning, oh, I'm gonna go bring drink, I'm gonna bring water. Now, wow, we've got football on a day. That is the ministry we are facing. And that's why you have Olympics, you are in Olympics. That's why we go to, in fact, if not the players that the Premiership and other league have helped us to groom, we will not be where we are in football. Nigeria will not have a place in football. Are you doubting it? Are you saying that we would have gone to any competition with our local boys? Those guys are not well fed. Some of them don't. If you imagine the kind of pitch where they train, the kind of mentally alone, football is about. See the psychology of football. In fact, you're defeated before you enter the pitch. Now that heavy, but one are they giving them the money. Is that what they're going to use to compete? It's not going to happen, man. It's not happening. So and this is wrong. Now, my problem today, people, is I want us to call on the Minister of Sport and ask him a question. Does he even understand? Let's not go into the whole sport ministry. Let's just only focus on football today. Tomorrow we'll go into other sports. Just the economics of football. Yesterday, I was so sad when I said only the television rights. That's the only reason you people are fans of Chelsea, Arsenal, this and that is because of television. Una don't reach here. Liverpool, I get one girlfriend those days say be Liverpool fan. If you see everywhere, color the whole place with Liverpool. I say you for Nigeria, you love Liverpool past where they are. Wow. The truth is that thing is being sold to you through the television. Now, I'm looking at the Nigerian state and wondering, what are we lacking in the world of football? In that we cannot make money from football today. What is wrong with us? Why is it so? Nigerians, I want us to talk. I am going mad. When I think of the problem of the Nigerian state, I get depressed. And it affects everything we do. Now, this same country we are talking of had TV television station before most European countries. Right. The Nigerian Television Authority has been existing before some European countries even had a TV station, thanks to Awolowo and the people, our founding fathers. Now, we have a population. I don't think England have even population like we do. How many people do we have in England? We are 88 million people. Nigeria is 200 and something million. I'm sure we don't go 300 million. No? This one I say 200 something million now understatement because that's how they do the thing. We like the thing well. That's how we just they reproduce. After the man go say, "Now God bring her, now God bring her," you know, now God will bring her. Now go feed her. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is we have an issue here, my people. We have 200 and something million people. I mean, England is only 88 million. If England can make, because this world is about population. I know India will be doing well if they know how to play football, but football is not what they have their team. That's why they play that cricket. Anything they do there, the population is key. We got the population. We got the best television station. In fact, the reach of NTA, which is owned by the government, is enough to conquer what I'm saying. So my question is, where is the Ministry of Sport and NTA? Do you know that Nigerian government have to pay NTA? They are civil servants too. If they don't pay those staff at NTA, they will go. They will not be able to buy fuel. Yet as it is now, they cannot even fuel the NTA. This will go lack if government did not release adequate allocation. We have a problem, my people. The Minister of Sport, they give him a ministry called Ministry of Sport. What is he doing? Let him just tell me what he's doing with the Minister of Sport. He should just tell me what he's doing with the Minister of Sport. I want to know. In fact, I am just sitting down here like a stupid man. I'm thinking, what if NTA now combine with the Ministry of Sports and say Nigerian Premiership? I don't know. I like to copy everything from other people. Thank God, America not get anything to give us on our English on our copy. When I not even the shape are small, and I call them Premiership. The way we convert Hollywood to Nollywood, nobody who send us, we don't collect them. But let's put it so that it's right. So the Nigerian Premiership now filmed properly by NTA. I cannot. NTA will not get problem with me. Me and will not get wahala. And you guys don't even have content. You don't have shows. You don't have enough because the station is loud. It's looking for food. It's like a beautiful bride waiting for the husband. It's useless without the husband. Now, will it be so bad, or will it really be a rocket science for NTA to now say every Premiership will film it properly, professionally, like what we watch, and show it on television? Imagine what I would have done to the Nigerian football. I'm talking about the economics of football. Now another thing that would be so interesting, what NTA will be tapping on is, you will see, I don't know whether you work this Premiership. I want to bring some of the images before the show will end. You see all the logos. You know those their t-shirt, Emirates. Arsenal now they wear Emirates. If you see Manchester City, they wear one thing. You know, all these ones, all these brands associate with them. And that is big money. Then if you go to the stadium, you have all the branding around the stadium. So you have the television rights. People will, in fact, if we don't even pay to watch it, what will happen is people will be interested in putting their stock or their brand in NTA, because NTA is now, we have an audience. NTA looking for audience when the audience is in their face. You see, the thing is in their face. Money is waiting for NTA to make. NTA is waiting for what? I love this one. I don't know whether you guys understand what Daddy Chris is crying about today. When the Ministry of Sports, who could have been the biggest ministry making money for the Nigerian state, If the Premiership can make 6.1 billion for the UK government, for the English for England. I'm not talking of the Scottish show. Here, we know we have 4 countries in United Kingdom. So when we get it right, we're talking of England alone. That's why it's called English Premiership. Scotland have their own. Wales have their own. Ireland have their own. Only England makes 6.1 billion pounds. What is our own doing? Our own, they show how they spend all your money on refreshment. Something is wrong with us. This is not normal. And until this is addressed, we remain where we are. And so, and it is all right to be angry. I don't understand what this is, man. It cost me, they talk about Nigeria anyway. But that cost me, don't be. Now my job. Well, what I'm saying is, look at the economic and social implication of football being a thing of being a good thing in Nigeria. You know the amount of people that will be employed. From the camera crew, from the television editing, from everything, that is one. From the stadium now being effective, that will be 2. Then the young people who are not even Yahoo, we end up being good footballers. I'm sure so many talents are wasting with pressing phone. Young boys that would have been playing football and doing great things, what they do, they pressing phone. The only ones that Nigeria has managed to promote, which is feature them as on our national team, are the ones abroad. They are the ones we're hearing of. Any Nigerian player that we talk about today are the ones we feature. Imagine if we were promoting all these people through. Just take this out. Okay, what we are doing is we are showcasing Nigerian talent, which is the Nigerian football talent. If that is the essence of it alone, imagine the number of people we would have had in the British, around the world, playing football around the world and bringing a big money like Osimhen. Have you seen what Osimhen has done? Now see what Saka they do. Come on, man, what are we doing? What are we doing as a people? When are we going to stop this idea of Tinubu, which is where I started the show this morning, of Tinubu borrowing money and sharing it to the state governors? But we forgot, and you know why I'm talking. Tomorrow I'll come and talk about education. Next tomorrow I'll come and talk about health. How much they make. How much we could be making from this different sector. But the problem now is these sectors are now a problem to us. They are no more a blessing. The Nigerian government cannot fund it. So there's no Ministry of Sport. Have you seen our stadium of recent? If you go to the state of arts, then just please take your time, go to our national stadium. I've done a couple of shows there. The last time I was crying. If you see the state of facility, if you see the state of facilities in that place, you'll be angry. In fact, the man, make you go first. I don't care. I visited the manager. Is it the manager of the stadium then? And I told him, okay, where he was there was this big drum. Water was dropping into the drum in his office. So where that man is sitting down, water they drop and he put drum. That thing will not cost him. If he want to do it, it won't cost him 100,000. If he wants to do it with his money, say government no grade one. Where you work, that is the highest level of wickedness. The Nigerian sport. And you can sit down and wonder what is happening to us as a people. You asking question, why are the children out there? Tinubu is treating the children who are out there as his enemy. He does not, in fact, this is not about Tinubu said, because he doesn't even know. I can swear today that Tinubu does not know what I'm talking about now. If only this so-called minister of sports, what do you name? Fine man when they laugh like first when see you, or, you know when man see you wife, mama thing, that's also laugh with the laugh. Do all the thing they sweet up. Akpa. What have you done to the ministry since you became the minister of sports? Do you know how much Nigerian football can earn us? I'm using football today. I'm not looking at other areas. What do you know that we only wait, this bloody ministry wait for the federal government to send allocation? And you don't, Nigerian government does not have right to make money from sport now. But just in case you miss the news, the English Premiership, I am telling it with all confidence, in 2022-2023 season, made 6.1 billion pounds. If you multiply that one, Nigerian, our budget was 27 trillion. 6.1 billion is already 12 or 13 billion, 13 trillion naira. So, meaning only sports, if well done, could have contributed half. Half. Only, I'm not saying all of sport, only football, if we harness, would have contributed half. Because if English Premiership can do it, there's no single reason why Nigerian Premiership cannot do it. Because we'll be selling our right to the rest of the world. Do you know, this pastor, anyway, we are good guys are good at one thing. You guys know the value of television now. If you guys don't tell me you don't know the value of television, one of your pastor, what God cannot do does not exist. Una know where they talk. The guy is now famous. So I saw his picture on British Boss. And now people pay to come and see him. It not be the same Jerry when I know that time. Oh, but what I'm trying to say, Jerry, you are my man. Kudos to you. What I want to say is, the guy is the highest person earning. The highest from ordinary YouTube, 7 billion naira. $7 billion naira. Only one man earned from YouTube. One person. If one man can earn that one from YouTube, what are you guys doing? So, meaning the YouTube, I'm not talking of if NTA they make person sick. If NTA cannot, if federal government see they give money to NTA, when a pastor that can talk and preach, and it's not, this is a guy that started one thing in his bedroom. Now God call him, I hear. But the bottom line is, guy is making money. Who am I to challenge him? He's adding to the economy. For me, Pastor Jerry is a good guy for feeding some people. I may not agree with anything he's saying about his spiritual jargons. That is them. Because sometimes I grew up, since I've been growing up, I grew up with my grandma. There must be somebody don't want to keep Pesci. They don't carry drink, go do this one. I don't tire. The day when God won't come here, I go. I believe in God. That's where my faith ends. But the bottom line, what I'm trying to say is, Pastor Jerry, for doing nothing, I come here to say that Pastor Jerry is making 7 billion. You cannot tell how much YouTube is making even for most Nigerian filmmakers. That is to say there is power in broadcasting. Now, if you are saying that you don't even want to do this, if NTA say, I want to do this, I want to take this Premiership deal, and I want to stream it on YouTube, do you know how many of us will be watching the football here? Come and watch our boys play good football, score goals. Man, football is entertainment. Football will make more money than Nollywood. Football will make more money than Nollywood and music and fashion put together. It will take some of these children off the streets. Meaning will be more secured. more money for us. Image of a country grown. How can we not be doing this, my people? Do I need to preach more gospel than this? This is why where we are. We are a total failure. I dare say that. I am going to be calm because if I follow all the things that are in my, that are boiling me, I'm sure we're not going to get to the end of it. But like I said, this is not time to look for who is right or who is wrong. Maybe it's time to look for a way forward. President Tinubu, let me bring Baba back. And President Tinubu, as you watch this broadcast, if now let this team on a screenshot and give President Tinubu, that I said that the English Premiership aggregate revenue for the 2022-2023 section is 6.1 billion pounds. Your yearly budget for the whole nation, which is what you guys are sharing and misbehaving, is 27 trillion. Divide 27 by 2, now 13 point something now. 6.1 billion is about 13 trillion naira. I not be Akpabi when not do arithmetic. Baba, we get wahala. Between you and your minister for sports, I beg, Muna go inside the room. Before I come out again, open una mouth, talk. Wake up. Wake up. And you see, I know I'm going to try and go on a quick break shortly. So when I come back, because so now I'm talking today, now only blessing, now only President Tinubu get this wahala. You know, God bless Nigeria. Imagine if every state have a premier, have their own league. Yeah, my man. The essence of this Nigeria would have been competing, we'll be competing with one another, fighting for progress. If for work, the thing for sweet, except it's not at the moment, because we are waiting for oil money. Bros, the oil money not reach 200 and something million people. How much are you getting from this oil? There's some few people. That's why you see in the north today, the few politicians, the idiots, they collect the money, they leave the rest people on the street. And the rest people are now on the street fighting. And they will, the unfortunate thing before now, you see, this is what it is. Before now, the ordinary poor people, the disoriented one, the ones who refuse to train according to Awolowo, they were kidnapping us, dealing with us. They're the ones, they've been dealing with us. However, we can do better. You don't need to deal with us anymore. You see, they choose now to deal with the government. And in the process of young people, some intelligent Nigerians saying, no, let's go on the street and hold the country to ransom, and maybe they will hear from us one year. Those people that disordered, they're coming out, they're fighting, and they're going to turn into riots. You cannot blame them. President Tinubu, what are the alternatives for these young people you have left abandoned for years? You know, not be you get them. The one Buhari do not be your own. The one Goodluck do not be your own. Who go come hold accountable? You guys have a way of saying, no, this is not this administration. Go and ask the former administration. No, why, if Tinubu knows say the former administration do something wrong, why is he not bringing them out to book? Will it be so bad if Tinubu say, Baba, the money when they spend under Buhari too much, may they bring some back? Make it clear. I don't like this for favoritism. And until we wake up, Baba, and me and you today. Baba, see the figure. How much is your ministry generating? You have conscience to allocate our money to the Ministry of Sports without getting anything back. You are a loser. And this is the litmus test of the person I want to rule Nigeria. That is my book. Other people, obviously, my people I want are not ruling Nigeria. My vision for a leader will be somebody that can tap on these resources. And when they talk of resources, they think it's the only things on the soil. Today, I didn't go into the soil. I go into the human resources, the young people who are on the street fighting. What you would have done with them? Is it true, Baba? You don't have NTA? Minister of Sport, two of them and me would not get wahala today. You guys have NTA, right? NTA exists. So there's NTA. Bring this man, this fine man. There's NTA. NTA is there. So are you saying we don't have young people to play football in Nigeria? Are you saying we have lack of coaches? The only thing we can do well is share money. I use Concord to share money. You, this man. You, this Calababa. Yeah. That's why you're about share money. Now you see there. You don't get gray hair, you will soon die too, like us. We pray that this generation wipe out soon. This is the most greedy generation Nigeria will ever produce. And I pray this generation die off quick so the country will find their feet. You wicked people, man. And some of you are actually stupid, because if you know what you're doing, you will not allow a country to run like this. All I ask and all I'm begging for is, please take a look at our potential and come up with a work that works. Like I said to the governors, bros, we go settle this matter today. The governors, we will settle this matter today. I have handled the Minister of Sports, and he knows that he's a failure. The Ministry of Sports is a total failure. If only football can generate half of what we're doing. My people, what are we doing? What are we doing to ourselves? Come on, man. Wake up now. What are we doing to these children? A child is not the children that is growing up. It's not them Saka that created the Premiership. It was created so them these young people saw an opportunity and they tap on it. So children want to go. I take my children to play football in England because I see big money. Every family will be training their children to play football if they see the money when they sign the children tomorrow. In fact, we become responsible parents, sending your child to, you will drive your child to go and play football because you see money. It not be like our time. When I want to go play football, my mama go cry, you say they go break your leg. That the leg night parents if you that time. Because if you break like that time, nobody go treat them. Because at that time they see the tire. Agba, if your leg break, they will use stick, they tire. If you see the treatment there, parents were scared. But it's not the same again now. Come on, man. Today, the same parents are the one driving children to go and play football. I don't mind if if a boy in Nigeria, a girl in Nigeria will carry a gun and shoot me for what I'm saying, because he doesn't know. You see what Jesus Christ said? Now I understand why Jesus Christ made that statement. He said, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. Anybody who's angry with this show today, he doesn't know what he's doing. Otherwise, there can never be a better truth to the Nigerian state, and I stand to be corrected. If only we can tap on our young people who are now becoming Yahoo. All they do is Yahoo. Even girls are now playing football. So imagine maybe Nigerian self now this female football. Instead of them to do runs for Facebook, our daughters are now only runs girls on Facebook. What are the alternatives, sir? You know, I was sitting down with Zebejiro, and I happened to interview him, and one of his films that was catching for me was Domitila. And I asked him on this show here, I said, bro, how did you come up with that story? He said, listen, he looked around the community. He grew up in Nigeria, and he look around. He looks around and he could see that there are some women, there's some girls there who are doing things that they're not supposed to do. He decided to reveal it in the movie called Domitilla. When you look around, you see, when you see our daughters, nobody wakes up in the morning and said, all I want to do is to be a round scale. Not in the Nigerian context. Nobody, no girl, when they're born today, go happily, they do what they do now. But what are the alternatives? Oh, okay, yeah, so the boys wake up, there's no choice. And they are bad people. They were not trained, so they choose to be Yahoo boys. Is that what you're telling me? Mr. President, is that what you're telling me? You Nigerians, is that what you're telling me? That these kids, you call Yahoo boys, this is what they love to do. I never know somebody who neglect playing football. Osimhen now, had Osimhen remained in Nigeria, maybe for the press phone. Because he was growing up in a very poor background, no food, nothing. If not the football that lifted Osimhen, where will he be today? Maybe Yahoo, the press Yahoo for Adegule. Because Pikin, when they carry water for her, they say, where is he going? If not the opportunity of football that took him out. But what are we doing? What are the alternatives? Osimhen was lucky. Today is an asset to Nigeria. Come on, man. Let us do that, man. Let's take Osimhen. Let's look at that young boy and see what he's now contributing to us. And let it inspire us. Let it inspire you, Mr. Minister. Don't do this because of what you get today. NTA, please. There's money in broadcasting. You guys know that now. You are trained people, man. If NTA is your property, that's why. You see why it is. Now, Shandes is making a lot of money. Arise is on top of the game today. NTA is only relying on government for money. Somebody do us something new. The wickedness you used to treat the matter of the Nigerian state. Now you say if they affect pass. The next thing you see, that's why when they burn this labor house today, so this one for the happy. Because I hate you guys in labor right now. Especially that your president. You betrayed the nation. Because the first thing when I ask them, the first thing I always ask on my show, if you guys watch carefully, I ask, what is the grievances and what are the demands? The only reason I brought the guy that I was talking about, the medical guy, I brought a few days ago, against the Delta State government is these people, they're treating issues that the ordinary Nigerians cannot afford now. Otherwise, I'll say, why is the hospital not making money? I'm going to look at that. Not tomorrow. Maybe on Monday. Because tomorrow, I want to look at education. Again, we're going back to education. How education can make money for Nigeria. Today, I'm talking how football can make money for the country. So you can look for all the excuses in the world. Come on, they are all very good ones. Count them, write them down. But which one really explain why we are where we are? Tell me, man. Tell me, sir, why we are here. There's no good reason. No. Young people who are supposed to be assets, who are supposed to be playing football, making money for us, some of them are the one kidnapping us. And it's left for you to listen to what Awolowo said. That the children of those who you help, who you refuse to help train, will not allow your own children to sleep. Now they're not waiting for your children, you won't even sleep. Minister, you know if you walk out for road, they're not born you well. Like what did that woman tell her, Obori, may you come worry, come walk out on the street, wait, try am. If they not take your head, drink pepper soup that day, you could trust Okwama people. If they take soldier people head, take drink pepper soup, your own, in fact, they go swallow you. Because this society is now, is the society survival of the fittest. This is our making. Nobody, no juju cause am. Don't call any juju when they cause this one. Now we caused this one. We created this ourselves. My former principal would say, I reason why I cannot tell. It must be blessed memory now. I'm not sure Onejogo is late, but he must be now. I'm not sure. He must be a very old man now, if he's still alive. Onejogo once said, I reason why I cannot tell. That language, that time we will call school. Instead of us to the school, with the jungle, they smoke cigar, or with the drink. People palm wine when they around the school, they'll call me the man say, your children don't come drink our palm wine again, only they go they cry. I reason why I cannot tell. Why a child will come to school, he go and run around the bush. So my own today, I reason, Mr. Minister, why I cannot tell how a country that is so blessed with young people that could have been future footballers, lots of footballers, wasting in the forest, kidnapping people. I reason why I cannot tell. I can only blame you and I can only blame NTA for not bringing them out. The few ones surviving are the ones Nigerian government has featured. You see, men must have played for Nigeria. That is how he got discovered. You're not going to be discovered in your bedroom. Our daughters who would have been maybe playing basketball, you saw what Nigerian girls did that did not last basketball. They will be discovered now. But now their bedroom, those when they do runs now then they will discover them. Call them Mashawo now. Thank God they are our sisters, they are our daughters. Give them names. You know what I love about all this, Mr. Minister? Nobody is free. If I do anything bad today in Nigeria, I take one. It's a Nigerian. The one I do good, Burna Boy can't perform for where he did well in Nigeria. That degree steal money in Nigeria. He affects you. You see, that is the reason why you're one of your minister, your former senator, they preach for England. The image of the Nigerian state alone, if not, why would a senator of a republic, or if it's a responsible country, why would it even be searched? These people, I know what they talk about. My brother, they prison. Why they go search them in the first place? Because when you carry the green passport, you are a suspect. And they know that they watch all of now. They know when you guys are coming, you're coming with a lot of money. They don't hear the news. They know how much they abuse money there. That's why any Nigerian senator, any Nigerian governor, any Nigerian they prison. Money laundering. You see the image. So as they affect us, it will they affect now. That's not what we want. We want a better country. I'm going to go on a quick break. When I come back, I want to talk about what the states can do to make this a more fruitful business. I'm talking of the business of football. I know many guys will not understand, but if you guys want to talk about what is happening, how they share money. You know what is so interesting today? And I refuse to be part of those. You guys would love to come and talk about how they've stolen Nigerian money, how they've used the Nigerian money. That's not my interest. I know you guys want me to talk about how social people and social people argue. Look at the top news. Yes, Mr. You know what I want to see? I don't want to see a system. I'm not in a system that only fight corruption. Corruption is not even the problem we have. Our problem is lack of productivity. Example is what we can do with our sport, with football. If football can generate half of our national, amen. And the same football now, the kids are kidnapping us. We have no food to eat. That is more dangerous than the money they are taking. The corruption you are talking about, the massive looting they are talking about, is nothing compared to this. Because if we had explored this, NTA and Ministry of Sport alone, creating this, will be less kidnapped. They would have been making more money. They don't need to wait for this oil money. And Nigeria will not have reason to go and borrow. Of course, Tinubu, they borrow now. Tinubu, they borrow with all the money they share, so it's they borrow. With all the looting they are sharing. So they are even confused. So we want to leave them. So I don't want to be part of that narrative. I want to be part of a narrative that says, this is where this is our problem. Our problem is because we neglect one sector. Only one I identify today. And if you don't agree, take me, go court. I go open book for you. That's what, like I said, it's not me. The English Premiership, they aggregate for that year na 6.1 billion. The news coming from Nigeria, we say, our own, how much we spend on refreshment. May God help us. Now, if those of you that go Cali Church, that's what we do. Let's go on a break. When we come back, I'm going to deal with the governors on this issue. Don't think you're free. Don't go away. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9915 or 080-7082-7331.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. For those of you just joining us, I wanted to take a look at the newspapers, but for some reason I can't find them on my slide. I couldn't go back and share that what is currently happening in Nigeria today in terms of some of the news, but I do know, like I said, I just quickly touch upon what happened to Labour. Like I said, Labour don't have my sympathy, but it doesn't mean that the federal government or whoever planned this, or the SS, whoever you call yourself, have right to go and burn them down. And Labour, this is exactly what I say to you. If you don't do what they need for, well, it's not me that said it. Your senator said it. If you refuse to die for something, you will die for nothing. I don't want to use die. If you refuse to fight for something great, you will die for nothing. You will fight for nothing. I don't want to use the word die, let's use the word fight. Or if you refuse to ask for something great, you ask for nothing. And please, in the course of this great nation that we are bastardizing, this wonderful country called Nigeria that we turn to robots, that we knew, I am saying today, I come with a message of good news, that football can become our greatest treasure. In all areas, football can be the thing we've been waiting for. You know, we're waiting for it to happen. Imagine if we're making even £4 billion from football yearly. And I don't want to talk about a Greek ministry. Will they come? Holland, not as big as Niger State. Holland, not big. The land of Holland, not big reach Niger State. You know, no Niger State. Now that fine boy be the governor there. Baba, they come. Brothers, they come. Go talk. Holland makes money, $20 billion from export. Export of agri product. The whole of Africa is hungry. They need food. When they go import grains from Ukraine, little bit that one I take from Ukraine. And Africa is hungry because still not come from Ukraine. Because what they Ukraine? So Ukrainian people get usually when they take go farm, come farm past us. And what did they take the do? So we not fit do. Agree with the come. That we cannot imagine now, say sport bring 5 billion, agree bring 10 billion. And they come to entertainment. You see, I don't understand this country. I don't understand. We not get leaders. And they come to Delta State small. When I come to Delta State, I go talk on something different. Bros, not verse. I know they pick on you, but you fuck up. We can't use that kind of bad word for you. You not do well at all. Let me ask you this. Today, out of the struggle of Nollywood, Asaba is now UNESCO Film City, recognized worldwide as UNESCO Film City. You guys are supposed to be going to Portugal, where UNESCO will have their convention this year. That's how big Asaba is, thanks to Nollywood. We call them quack filmmakers, but they become great. That's what Asaba has become. When I let me ask the governor of Delta State, if you even understand what we're talking about. Oboriwori, I wish I have time to talk more on it. California, economy of California is bigger than the whole of Africa put together. The whole of Africa, California. And the news reaching us is that California generates 1/4 of the biggest economy in the world. I know if we put the figures, there's no figure to it. Which is Hollywood, which is in California. They always say Los Angeles is in California state. That's how much film can bring to Delta State. Oboriwori, they sleep. Of course, all Oboriwori has gotten this month is allocation coming from the federal government. That man never sit down. They mess for the office there for Asaba. They don't think. They don't. If you think, sir, they come out and say that, Chris, you are stupid. Look at how much I've made for Delta State since I became a governor. They'll come out to say it. You are a big failure. In fact, some of you are village fools. I don't know who made you people governors. Shame on you all. How can a state that will be making money? Now let's look at the economy. Let's look at films. Now it's no more news. It's no more news that Nollywood is making money. It's no more news. And the image Nollywood have brought to Nigeria alone, I don't think you guys can pay. But let's put it this way. How is Nollywood making the money? It's just like saying Nigeria, they make money from oil. And with the club saying Nigeria, they make money from oil. How much we are losing, we can't even say it. The government just came out and talked about how much we're losing on gas. No, let's talk about the crude we're sending out. We have oil in our soil. We'll come and give them out to Oyibo. Oyibo go refine and sell it to us. Oh boy, you know how much will they lose? Now that trouble with they now make us come on street so. So we say, Hollywood they make money. How much Hollywood they make? How much Nollywood they make? How much now they make? Do you know the potential of the Nigerian film industry? And as long as the government pay deaf ears and leave the poor people running it to continue to do this, you know, it's going to remain a peasant farming. You know what we call this? As long as government do not have interest in agriculture and put all the effort and make us compete internationally, agriculture will remain a peasant farming business in Nigeria. That's where we are. And the reason why I cannot tell where is the wisdom in it. I'm not saying every state will do the same thing, but is Delta State not an advantage now to say, okay, let's create film city? Do you know? I have to say this before I drop the show. The amount of co-production deal, the only country in the world, in Africa, that have co-production treaty with Europe is South Africa. Maybe now the Igbo when they there, now they see they do. So that's South Africa, not the African country itself. Maybe now Igbo country too. Because they're able to sign deal with their brothers. They look at themselves in their skin and say, we can work with you. But the bottom line is, one movie produced in South Africa, say an American movie come to shoot there, their budget not a day less than 10 million pounds. All right? 10 million into your economy. Imagine 20 of those things happen in a year. Asaba, if you guys can create that enabling environment for film to come, you will be worried. They don't tell you say Asaba na film city. I don't believe in Asaba. I don't believe in Asaba. It's not my state. Because my state is Urubu State. I'm sorry, guys. I don't believe in Asaba. Because Nigeria of all countries is the most. I'm not saying that Nigeria should break, but there should be justice for the Urubu man. This oil now they share so now Urubu they contribute. I'm not saying that we get all, but Urubu contribute a lion's share. And we are fifth in population. Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Ijo, Urubu. Urubu not get state. Not a single state is given to us. I'm an Urubu man. Why will I be celebrating? You go and put the only capital we have, you put in Anambra State, and I should be celebrating that state? The answer is no. But I am somebody that obeys the law. But deep down, my spirit refuses it. And I'll tell my children to refuse it in any civilized way they can, not by breaking the law. That's the difference between me and you. But I refuse it. And in every way I can legally oppose it, I will. Hey. Body, you are sitting down there. You know these ones now. I want to talk to you a little bit. I don't want to play their paropa politics. But Okowa was such a wicked soul. I'm sure Okowa created it. I said something in those days. When we were in former Bende State, everything were in Benin City. When they create a Delta State zone, I carry what they put for Benin come out. You carry those buildings come out. The things you have created in Asaba, if they create your state tomorrow, you can't come out. So, Oboriwori, what you can do to empower your people in that area, which is become a dry land, is if na entertainment, where they are good at. If you see Roboman is good at entertainment. If not that one you add, join, because the oil that we are taking from there, we are not part of it. The oil taken from our land, we are not part of it. Would it be so bad if Oboriwori cannot think that, okay, maybe we need a film village, or this is an area where we can be empowered? Because we are good at it and we'll be making money for the nation. What we're saying is not do it for us for free. Do it so that we can contribute to the economy of the nation. But what if you say football, you know if you handle football, which is a shame because football alone, by virtue of the nature of Delta State, the Ministry of Sports should be excelling. If federal government fail, must you fail? Wait, what I'm talking about now is something individuals are doing. This television business I'm talking about is what I'm going to talk about today. It's what I'm talking about indirectly. Because if I talk of football, the business of football can only excel with proper television. That is what the modern technology taught us. Gone are the days where you rely on only people going to watch football in the pitch. But even when that audience is developed, people will pump into the pitch to go and see this footballer in person. You see, people go and watch this football in England, not because of only they cannot watch the football at home. They want to experience it. They want to be in the presence of greatness. By the time you program football and it becomes a household thing, I go pay my money, come out from my house, go sit down for stadium. More money coming to the business, to the industry. Come on, man. Can we do that? Does that be so hard? Is that such a really difficult thing to do? I don't think so. Today, I am only here to talk about the economics of football. And I'm indicting from the presidency to the state governors and you, the minister, when they laugh. I should say when they don't give you minister, so your body don't share, you know. All I got to, the news coming from Nigeria, and this is why it is so sad, is how we spent 1.6, 1.5, let's put it on average, on refreshment. The refreshment. What? Now that ministry, when I know, because I've been to your ministry, what kind of refreshment? the national stadium, what are they drop? That state-of-the-art facilities. Just like the doctor said that day, in the hospital in my village, the way Bori built it, you put this in your nose, you will get oxygen. Even some hospitals in the UK don't have it. You have it there. You are building the state-of-the-art facility in the National Stadium, that Abiola Stadium. I've been there. I did a show there. Some countries don't have it, including Europe. You see that Millennium building that we saw at the stadium? If you come to O2, now that O2 building, now they can't go there. In fact, I don't know why that place is not succeeding, because only that venue rented no for artists to perform that money. I don't know. You see, this football, let's go to say this. I know when I talk about it today, People see it from the football angle alone. By the time we now have this culture, if NTA really wake up to do things right, then you will see big concert working in Nigeria. Have you seen one big musician? Burna Boy want to come to Europe to perform. Of course, he not get business for Nigeria. What did they Nigeria for him? But by the time our entertainment is now programmed to be more than just that field, that take money when they want to take, they pay enter. If it's now programmed properly, well filmed for the rest of the world. Say, as Burna Boy, they perform live in Nigeria, it's going around the world. On that live streaming from NTA, professionally done, you know how much you will make alone from watching Burna Boy live in Nigeria. Burna Boy will want to do show for Nigeria at that time. Waiting there for Sokoto, there for your village. My people, this is a very serious thing. We need to wake up. And I pray that we God bless and God will continue to bless this great nation. Because today I come in peace. You know, one young man has been abusing me here. He don't cause the ever living hell out of me. But that is the job, you know. He happened to be a Robo man. He said be Robo people, he said be disgrace. I don't know what this make I come to with Biafra. I see somebody comment to me. It's no time for one Nigeria again. You are Robo Biafra. We force you to Biafra. They force me to. You understand? And this kind of comment, anyway, everybody will have their own say. You know, that's why it is we are living in one country called Nigeria. It's very unfortunate that these are the small things. And these are disoriented people. When I hear things like this, I only laugh. And what do I say? My first take is, who is he? Why is he reacting the way he is? The children of those who you refuse to train will not allow your children to sleep. Obafemi Awolowo. We will suffer. Kidnapping will remain a self-fulfilling prophecy for us if we abandon a set of people. And the only way we can keep these people running is to activate the sector. Sometimes when they say the money we are talking about, it's not just to make money for the state alone. It's to get the people off the street, get them gainfully employed. I always say, imagine what I talk about football today, how many people that would have taken out. Imagine if the film industry is now robust. We can do it better than Hollywood and Nollywood put together. We can do it better. We have a unique way. We are hungry people. Hungry people work without non-stop. The amount, in fact, the energy. You know, have you been to Nollywood production? God, they work 24 hours. When I asked them one day, the producer time he said, who they spend money is in a hurry, Chris. He said, Chris, who they spend money is in a hurry. Meaning the actors and the crew, they now know they have to make a film in a week, and they're doing it. What that result is an angry industry, a hungry industry, putting the anger on production. And the result is what we are seeing. But we can do better. Let me put it this way. Again, I'm still coming back to NTA. If we had, do you know how many films made in Nigeria that doesn't have distribution? If today, the Nigerian filmmaker is guaranteed sales of his films, and all he needs to do is to raise the profile of his movie, make it better. They will be, in fact, everybody will be shooting movie now. Can I say this? And I probably touch more on it tomorrow. If a Nigerian filmmaker, I'm talking to NTA today, if they are sure that when they make their film, they can get 1 million, 2 million on top of it to feed them family, or 10 million to feed their family and the crew, they will be, in fact, will be then. And what will it take together, sir? Only this man, what do they call him, made 7 billion from YouTube. I don't believe in YouTube anyway. I'm broadcasting on YouTube right now. I don't believe in YouTube. You ask me why. Why will Nigeria produce content for YouTube and YouTube sell it to Nigeria? They fold on our hand and not forget on our own YouTube. Would it be so bad if there's something called Nigerian Tube? Because I know how to copy Niger Tube. Will it be so bad, my people? What does it take for 200 million people not to be able to come up with their own? If Chinese didn't wait, they saw the whole way, WhatsApp, all of them were taking control. Instagram taking control. WhatsApp, China people came up with TikTok. Did anybody arrest them? Did they stop China from doing their thing? No matter how America tried to stop TikTok, TikTok remains. I'm waiting for India to launch their own. Nigeria, what are we doing? Will it be so hard? Is it rocket science? These are things that have been proven. Like the guy that came on my show said, he said we are lucky because we can see it's already happening. So we don't need to test. And we don't need to do even research. We don't need to copy and paste and it will work for us. Look, 1 or 2 adjustments. Will it be so bad if we have our own TikTok today? Don't call her TikTok. Oh, give her our own name on need talk because we know how to copy. Come on, man. Come on. Nigerians, we can do better. I came here hopefully today. I came up from the bottom of my heart to share this wonderful message with you guys. We have only one way to go. And that way is success. That way to go is success. We can be successful. We can be successful. And the only way we're going to be successful is if we put our things together now, not tomorrow, now. And I'm going to say this to those of you broadcasters, to those of you, the whole Nigerian media, Mona Noves, that the Chris is a different person. I am not interested in reporting on corruptions. Because the only thing I see in Nigerian newspapers or anybody that says fighting for Nigeria, only thing you guys have ever done, sorry you guys, is the money, how it's being spent, mismanagement of resources. That's all we hear about. Too. We hardly see somebody coming up to tell us what the problem is. The problem is the lack of creativity which God has given to us. Is it rocket science to make the sports industry work? It's copy and paste. English Premiership, now they watch for Nigeria. Is it copy and paste? Hollywood is copy and paste. Agric, copy and paste. In fact, Tinubu, what's your excuse? Governors, what are your excuses, man? I am tired. This is not the country God created. This is the country we created. God created Nigeria with everything you need. And when they say Nigeria is blessed, I hear you speak the good grammar. Now, Nigeria is not blessed with natural resources alone. We're blessed with human resources. How come that you, even the Nigerian press, are not identifying these areas? I, as a presenter, I want to come on the show today. The first thing I think about is, okay, what can football do for us? I look at the world of sport. What motivated me today is to look at the Olympics. Instead of talking Olympics, I'm not going to talk about how much they spend on refreshment, how much they've wasted in Olympics, or how people were doing. No, I'm not worried about what Olympics can bring for us. And it drives me to look at football. What I did, I copy and paste. Look at the English football in England. Look at what we could be. You might not agree. In my copy and paste may not work in Nigeria. But are you telling me that you guys, you big boys, journalists in Nigeria cannot see the holes, the loopholes, the big holes in it? That only football alone can generate a whopping amount of money for Nigeria. More than what it's doing for England now. Because England will just be, in fact, listen, Nollywood makes more money, let me put it this way, not that in terms of the numerical, but we makes more movie than England. So if we go into this football, we're going to do better. So if they can make 6-point-something billion, the time will come, we're going to make more. This is the advantage we have. We have the whole of Africa watching us. We have part of Europe watching us. Come on, man, how can you get this wrong? And with the big secret now, which the white people, I think, which the economy refused, which is where God has revealed. No, when I read the Bible, they said that thing which has been hidden from the wise and the prudent have been revealed to the babe and the suckling. And I said that thing is the internet. The only reason Nigerian music is surviving Europe today, you hear them, is because of the internet. Before, who won't play your music for their radio? But today we are playing it. They are playing it because they are forced to play it. Young people sit down and they just dance Nigerian music. They are white boys, all race, they dance it because of the internet. How could we not be taking advantage of it in all our sector? Do you think this music were not there? Nigerian music of old were still good. And the only reason you see more musicians coming up in Nigeria today is because there's money in the industry. Every young boy now, they wait, make they blow. Young people are popping into the studio. It's because it's working. Nollywood is working because people are now working into work. But what I'm saying is we can do this better. And we're going to make it better. My people, my name is Daddy Chris. I come in peace. I really want to talk to Nigerians to put our priorities right. Let us face the right thing. Now, there are so many things, there's so many negativities in life, but let's deal with the right ones. We are blessed. And the blessing is actually in the structure of the Nigerian state right now. Nigeria is by nature. No, when they tell me they want more states, I laugh. What are you going to do with more states? Anyway, if you do more states, it's good for me because I need a state. I need a robo state anyway. So you create more state. But the robo state, if it's going to be created to become a problem to the federal government, then I am not for it. Or to be a problem to us, I'm not for it. Because what is going on now, the money they would have used to do all that is, the federal government is sharing it to the state governor who are not sharing it. I'm coming to the states tomorrow. Because from the record with me, and that's why I want to end it, that's in preparation for tomorrow's show. From the record with me, this is the sad part of it, the iron of it. The current revenue allocation, this is very important, all right? Look at it. The current revenue sharing formula in Nigeria is 26.72 revenue to the state. Let's say 27 to the state, 53 to the federal government. Then 20, can you imagine? Whopping 20% to local governments. And now they add 13% derivation for oil producing area. That's what they call the super deck. That's the money they come from there. Sharing. This is our sharing formula. I love this. Whenever I hear production formula, there's no production where say this state must produce this must do this must do this. It's only sharing. Okay, may God help us. We are sharing people. We share. We are good people. We share and share and share and share. May God help us to continue to share. Good morning, everything is. We'll be sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing. That's what we do best. Now, to tell you how wicked our governors have been, if you add 20% plus 26%, that is 46%. And they have a small portion of the country to run. The federal government have how many? 56%, 52.6%. 52. So a state governor will carry the money from the local government, add it to his own, and even add the 30% revenue to Bama. You go to marry new wife, they go. We saw it with the core. That's why when they finish, they cannot for presidency. Any state governor, when they finish, they're going for president. They don't taste the money. You see that Yaya Bello. I don't want to call her Yaya Bello. That thief of Yaya Bello. He was doing that. Good question. Yes, they do. In fact, to be fair to the federal government, the law says so. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria says so, that you share this money to them. Only Obasanjo there. And don't forget, boy, that these state governors now, they have what we call immunity. So even while they are stealing now, nobody can answer them. So, and the law says this money is for the state, the money should go to the state. If the federal government do otherwise, they're going to have serious criticism. The money must come to us, it must come to us. You know what Wike did with it? He used it to build bridge. He said, I built one flyover. You know, when they do finish, they come, they dance. Wike don't dance, finish, it has achieved a lot. For spending money to build bridge, the money went there for build lives. The immunity is a problem, my son. Immunity is a huge issue. The governors have issues. They have these big, massive immunities. Saving them. Imagine if this money, this is what I was saying now. Yes, federal, this is what Tinubu can do. You can go back to the federal, to the court and say the way you were able to say the money for the local government should go to local government. Say any state, we can do constitutional amendment today. If I give you money, you misuse them. In fact, me, I would threaten you, sir. I will be the one on your case. I will deal with you personally. Because I will make sure I will tell people how you use the money. Because Tinubu can talk. He's the one that released how much to the state. If I tell you how much Delta State is getting, that's why Yahya Bello is a big man. What has Yahya Bello done in his life to be rich? To even think of running for the office of the president. What has he done? Who is he? A mayor like that, a village fool, want to be president because he has stolen a lot. All the local government money, all the state money, Yahya Bello take half. He's a big boy, by all definition. But today, I'm really not interested. You see, yes, go on, son. Very worrisome. You said it all. The amount of monies given to the states and the level of poverty and lack of development is very worrisome. What can we do as a people? We can review the Constitution. The Constitution is not meant to kill us. It's meant for us. And that is why those of them are Pabio, when federal government say what is important is perhaps to review this, not to change national anthem. Our problem is not national anthem. These are some of the problems. And listen, son, this is not even my problem. The money going to the state is a good thing. Supposing it keeps, you know what, let me put it this way. If this money given to these states, I see it as share of labor, division of labor. What it means is Delta State with their money cannot produce something. Edo State with their money cannot produce something. You know, if the money is channeled towards production, we will not be where we are. Of course, the federal government is not thinking right. The state is not thinking right. We are in where we are. It's the lack of productivity. Like I said, if football alone is developed, and NTA is packaging it and showing it. Start first. Everything you do is small. Just film it, put it on television. The ones you don't show on television, if you are tired, put it on YouTube. YouTube is a dumping ground. If YouTube they misbehave, create our own YouTube. I don't even believe in YouTube. You understand? Begin. It's free. People will watch it. And sponsorship will begin to come in. Federal government, if they get conscience, they will come show love. They can't patronize them. Of course, Nigerian government will not patronize it. Our minister will not patronize it. Because they are the same people who will not even use our own car. The same people that will not fly Nigerian Airways. They now won't fly Airpeace. They won't die now. What a shameless set of people. Airpeace will kill you. But British Airways not will kill you. Look at you. Look at you. And that's where we are, That lack of productivity is the problem. Not the money, not the amount of money shared. If we share 0 or 100% to the state and they don't use it, if they use all to construct road, tomorrow they will come back for more money. But if they use the money if they cultivate that money, tomorrow that money will begin to bring more money. You see, we lack it in all areas, and that is the sad thing. Like I said now, Governor of Delta State, you know how much the guy is collecting alone? Only Governor of Delta State, Oboribori. All of them are prison at the end up. Because a time will come, one bad boy will come take over office, maybe not be military, maybe not military, he go come beat all of them, all the money on thief, he go break them down. You know, so when it happen, I would run. When they come here, when I come here, I would wait for now. Because you guys are going to be in trouble. This thing cannot continue all the time. You see young people are on the street now. Hungry people are on the street. A time, people that is powerful will be on the street. And that time you go begin run because there will always be a breaking point. Of course. Only me. I go for. I tell you, Yahya Bello, if no, the whole country forgive you, I not go forgive you. idiot want to be governor. You know, somebody I believe in, I saw it's a young governor, and we're believing in the fool. We never know it was just consuming. Of course, I know it was no good to some extent, but I didn't believe it could be that wicked. And Tinubu is telling us that Yahaya Bello is somewhere, he's doing nothing. Yahaya Bello has not done anything wrong. He's a free man. Tinubu, if you are looking for Yahaya Bello, you could look for the people that sold the ordinary Russian this thing. People that sold the Russian flag, you don't arrest them. Yahaya Bello, when he thieved that money, he never commit crime. Somebody, when he sold Russian flag, he's in prison. He has committed treasonable felony. Yahaya Bello never commit treasonable felony. That money thief now. What do you consign us? With the sick, with sick nation. And it has to stop. It has to stop, my people. It has to stop. I pray that one day God will turn this light on us. I pray I'll still be alive then. You know, there was there talking, I would say Africa is going to be great. He said, that is exactly, everybody thought Yahaya Bello was a way forward. Young man came to power, they do bossing, I said, this guy, that's the kind of person I want. Later on, Agbada, I can't wear. That show Nika way Yahaya Bello for take come out, come work with us. Now many women they carry. He say na Muslim. Now some women they carry women. The trick when they are Yahaya Bello, they in resident for Abuja. Go there, may go see what they do to our daughters. Then they carry sis at the same time. This is what we are up against. This is what we are up against, man. Let's clap for Tinubu for forgiving Yahaya Bello. President Tinubu na roti. If President Tinubu not roti, Yahaya Bello cannot do what he's doing now. This will not happen in any country. Obasanjo for pursue this boy. If not Obasanjo go say they pursue that boy, me the whole lot. But Tinubu want, maybe they won't win the second tenure. Don't the plan am. So he go buy the vote again. You go need Yahaya Bello to get the place, abi. I want for you. We when they vote for you, no matter. Now this your thief when you share money give. That's why you can't talk to them now. Man, any problem. Anyway, I'm gonna end the show by saying that we have a hope. The hope we have. I really don't want to spend time on the corruption. I want to spend time on how football can make money for us, and how the ministries can work with the institution to make it happen. I started today by reminding us that the English Premiership is generating that amount of money, 6 billion yearly, 6 billion pounds, which is about 13 trillion naira. English Premiership alone, and they're only 88 million. If we bring that model home, refine it, turn it to our own, Nigerian football will make 28 trillion. How much was our budget? 27 trillion for the year, for everything. Meaning only football can actually give us that money. This is what I came to present to Nigeria today. We can achieve it. The reason I know is I know there are a lot of young people out there who can play good football. Unfortunately, they are in the bush kidnapping people. But we're going to bring them out and they're going to play football. And we have NTA, not only to show the football within, but internationally. Everybody will be carrying their children to go and play football. And we're going to support our children as they play. Who's not going to support his child playing football? Who's not going to support his village boy playing football? And this, we love ourselves to that extent. That's what I have to present to Nigeria today. And I hope the message is in, and I hope you guys will buy what I say and understand what I try to say. I come for good. Oh boy, Akpabio cannot amend constitution. Leave Akpabio. They are there to tell us. Because you guys this kind of debate me a little bit. Akpabio, they go only them with their old president. They're only going to give us how to play the national anthem, the change national anthem. How can the people that is thinking right not think of how to change the law that is destroying the country? That's making us not to be productive. They're telling us we need to go back to the old national anthem. Because all you can think is how you share money. That narrative have to change. Sometimes when they say from revenue allocation to production allocation, you guys don't understand it. But I come today to tell you that rather than sharing money to the Ministry of Sport, we can use that money to develop. I will give that money to NTA to buy the right camera equipment, make our stadium beautiful so that we can begin to premiere. We're going to prepare football and we'll film it well and stream it. And we don't even need YouTube. But if YouTube is where we're going to start, so be it. That's not rocket science. Carry me go anywhere, I go open book for you. All the bad news today is we're spending 1.5 billion on refreshment. Yaya Bello is still on the run. That is our destiny. When I end every show now, I call to say our current destiny, and that is our destiny. Yaya Bello is still on the run, and this is what we are up against as a people. It's not going to continue forever. I know that. The reason I know that is that it's not going to continue forever is because God so loved the country. That is why he sent his only begotten son to die for us. So, and I believe that Nigeria will soon find its feet among the Committee of Nations. That's why I'm going to end the show today. My name is Daddy Please, and this is Wake Up Nigeria. I'll be here again same time. Tomorrow will be Saturday and it will be Weekend Bulletin. And on Sunday, I don't do show normally, but on Sunday, we're going to be on the State of the Nation with Professor Chris Wakobia. We'll be talking about what has happened and what is happening. He's somebody, he's a no-nonsense man. I believe in him. We'll be talking, and we'll be talking to you on that. The flyer will soon be out. Just watch out for Chris Wakobia, 8 p.m. on Sunday. But tomorrow, it will be 11 o'clock broadcast, and I'll have a special guest here as well. We'll be reviewing at what has happened within the week. And my focus tomorrow will be somebody who can help us to talk about this allocation that we are giving to the state, and we look at the sector. Let us tomorrow, in fact, I wanted to do something else. Let us take an in-depth look at our Greek sector. Today, I've shown you what money we can make from football. Only football, not the entire Ministry of Sport, only football. Imagine how much Nigeria can generate from agriculture. Don't miss that show. Don't miss that show. And if you are an expert in agriculture, I'll be welcoming you on the show tomorrow. So that's where I end the show. Like I said, my name is Daddy Chris, and you all know me to be Daddy Chris. I am an angry man, an angry 57 years old man who comes here crying every day from the voice from the wilderness before he disappears, that you guys need to know one thing. Nigeria can be great, and it's going to be great, but we're going to do something. We're going to get rid of those who are dragging us behind. Not even the looters. Some people, anybody who's not productive, we need to deal with him. I'm never angry with those who actually steal money. I'm more angry with those who doesn't know how to use the money. The money, this oil money we are sharing now, is supposed to be what we used to sow. It is seed money. You plant it. Bring the oil money instead of sharing it to this state governor, to this minister. Take and repair the stadium, give them to NTA so NTA will get enough equipment to film the thing. And when we begin to share football around the world, our children will be playing football. Money will be coming. In fact, nobody better will tell you. Money not they hide. That's why I end the show. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay blessed and God bless you all. See you. Bye.
Srtv. Innovative content.